I am Will, and today I have a special guest, one of my students here in Korea.
I'm Lee. I'm from Korea. I was born here, and I am gonna be introducing myself. I'm gonna be doing the interview with my teacher.
Yes, that's right. And you're a high school student, right?
Yeah, I'm a high school student, second year.
And there's something special about you being a Korean here. You're also Korean, and what else?
I'm mixed. My father is from Pakistan, so my father came to Korea, married a Korean girl, and then I was born in Korea, so that makes me Korean. But because of my father, I'm mixed. If you talk about anything special, it's just about the looks, basically, because I don't look like Korean.
You don't look Korean, right? Yeah.
And some of the Koreans really appreciate it, mostly because I got the eyes. What do you say? That monolids?
The monolids, yeah.
Yeah.
Double. Yeah.
You also don't have the monolids.
Yeah, I don't have monolids either. That's
and
right.
They find it really good. And
Yeah.
really beautiful.
Koreans find it very attractive to have
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
double eyelid.
Yeah, they do the plastic surgery for that.
Yeah, exactly. Lee has a very, I think, unique experience here compared to most Korean students, considering he is, mixed race. So that's why I wanted to interview him today and talk about his experience here in Korea, especially his experience here as a student in Korea, and whether or not he finds it difficult or challenging to be a mixed race here in Korea, where the way they function in society seems to always be very one, one culture, one race,
They
one
don't like
ethnicity.
to try something new.
Yeah, they don't really like trying things new. So I do think that Lee has a very unique experience that he can share with us.
As a high school student, yeah, it's challenging. If you talk about students here,
Yeah.
and if you talk about adults, both are like completely different. You can feel the generation gap.
Yeah, for sure.
You
I
can
think that's
feel-
true everywhere too, though. Yeah.
No, but in Korea it's special. Like you can literally feel the generation gap, and
Yeah.
the adults here are really good to foreigners. I mean,
yeah.
most of them.
Yeah, most of them.
Students here are like complete opposite. Like
You say they're bad to the foreigners?
no, that's not bad, but it can be challenging sometimes.
That's right. That's
it
very
can be
true.
challenging. Let's say if you're new to Korea and you're a high school student, your pronunciation might not be on point, and you might get picked on that, or just based on your looks, because Koreans really appreciate the beauty and they really judge you by your looks a lot.
Yeah,
That's their first impression.
yeah. First impression matters a lot.
Yeah,
in
matters a
Korea.
lot in Korea, and that is mostly based on looks. As far as I'm only talking about students in school, but there are also some students who are really cool with you and kind of loyal. But those kind of students are hard to find,
Yeah.
because Korean students like to make a group and just don't let anyone else enter.
Don't let anyone in?
No, they just make a group and they just roam around their group, and they will make fun of you and kind of try to just have fun. Like they will have fun, but
Yeah.
it might offend you, but they don't
They'll
care
make fun
about it.
of you, and they don't
Yeah,
care.
They don't
think
care
it's just
about
funny.
it. Yeah, that's the bad thing that I kind of experienced here. But the good thing is that the teachers are extremely nice. I mean, I just saw here that teachers are really nice to you too.
Yeah,
They're really nice
they
to
really are.
foreigners
Yeah.
because they're grown-ups. But students here are a total different case.
I think just students everywhere, they're still learning and they're still experiencing the world, so they still don't
they're-
obviously have
but-
all of that knowledge to
Yeah, true that.
respect,
but,
I
yeah,
guess.
Yeah, but they really need to learn some good respect for adults, because they don't got a single one. Because they literally are gonna fight you if you say something to them.
Are you talking about the students here, or like
Yeah,
just students in
here.
general, like high
Students
schools?
here. Look, I haven't been to America, right? So
right,
I don't
right.
know a lot about America and how students react to if teacher scolds them. But if teacher scolds someone here, and that's a student,
Yeah.
his mood will just completely go off, and he'll be like, "Throw your paws up! I wanna
Yeah.
fight you." Yeah,
Oh man.
that's
I mean,
really bad here.
I think it's like fairly true with America too. Like certain places in America, and you guys hear about like students who bring guns to.
Yeah, that's the gun shooter thing.
Yeah, like my kids always talk about like,
Yeah,
do
you got
kids
guns
bring
all day.
guns to school where you're living? And I'm like, well, I've never experienced
That's
it.
true.
So
Yeah, because in
but-
Korea, if any Americans watch it, I'm sorry, no offense to you, but in Korea, they all think that you guys carry a gun and knife with you. if we just go up to you and say something bad, you'll probably shoot.
Do you think I have a gun?
No. For me, I grew up with an American culture because I was on internet a lot, and that's the main reason why I can speak English right now. And basically, I might be most familiar with American culture
More than Korean?
More than Korea.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so, because I don't really get well along with Korean culture, because the students here, they will just leave me alone. Like if I try to go out with them, I will just be doing my business somewhere, and if I'm not looking at them, I look back, they just disappear out of nowhere. They just leave me hanging. They don't really take care of you as a friend.
If you're not like really one of them.
If you're not really one of them. So if one of the viewers want to come here in high school and trying to,
like
adjust here,
student.
a transfer student, then from my experience, I think you should be ready, like extremely ready for up and downs, because there are going to be a lot here.
To be like outcasted too.
Yeah, and if you're sensitive or if you take things to heart pretty quickly, then I recommend you to not come to Korea, because let's say that America has a lot of gun crime. That's what you say that?
Yeah.
There's a lot of higher rate on the gun crimes there, but in here there's a lot of rate on bullying things.
That's right, like suicide rates.
Suicide rates, and those are really high here, because Korean law is really strict. You can't really do anything bad, because you will get caught no matter what you do. So what they do is just kill you mentally.
Oh, like mental abuse.
Mental abuse. That's the only weapon they have, right?
Yeah,
because they can't do anything. So that's the only weapon they have, and most of the kids and people these days are really depressed, always depressed, and they're really mentally weak. So if you want to go to Korean high school, or in general, if you want to come to Korea, then you should be ready for everything that's going to be thrown at you mentally.
Be mentally strong.
Be mentally strong. And no, it's not only about Korea. It's the life's rule. You need to maintain your mental health,
everywhere.
Live a happy life.
Yeah.
There are gonna be a lot of ups and downs. There were a lot of ups and downs with me when I first came to Korea, but I slowly learned to ignore the bad things and just move on with my life and just focus on my goals.
So how do you cope with the like mental abuse, I guess, or like that you get from other Korean students here, or discrimination that you get from students here?
Yeah, so let's say I'm just sitting in a classroom and I ask teacher something, right? The students will go crazy. Like, oh my God, why are you asking that question? Like, that's stupid. Yeah, and all of them, like, it's 1 versus 30. So all of them would just go all out on me and try to make me look bad and feel bad.
Is it because of the question you're asking, or because
they just want
different?
No, they just want to make fun. They just want to have fun with me. They just want to make me kind of a joker.
They want to make fun of you.
Yeah, because they know that he won't be able to fight back.
Because
I'm alone. But how I deal with it and how I deal with everything that happens to me like this, I just ignore it. I like to ignore it and just think about what I'm gonna do in future. Because whatever they say, it ain't gonna change my future, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's not gonna change your goals.
Yeah, it's not gonna change my fate. They don't have my fate. All they can do is talk.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's just doesn't. I just learned that you don't need to take everything to your heart.
That's true. You don't. They're just words, and they're not gonna ruin your.
Yeah, because Korea is a pretty safe country. They won't touch you. They won't do anything to you, but they will. They only have this weapon, like their mouth. They have their loud mouth. So if you wanna have a defense mechanism against that, then you should learn to ignore.
So you just focus on your goals in life and your future in life.
Yeah.
So like, what is your current goal in life right now?
My current goal, so I got a scholarship from my school, high school. So I will be going to Australia next year. So right now my current goal is just to focus on, making my way to next year.
That's right. Your second year. Right?
Yeah, my third year. This is my second year.
Yeah,
next year will be my third year.
Next year will be your third year.
So I'm just trying to make some plans for what I'm gonna do to make the time pass quicker.
Make more YouTube videos.
YouTube videos.
Make more friends. Make more foreigner friends.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I got a lot of foreigner friends. I don't have a single Korean friend here.
Oh, really?
Not a single one. Friends are not supposed to be like, I mean, if we talk about those kind of friends,
Yeah.
I have a ton of them.
Yeah, like
We're just
superficial
gonna meet-
friends.
Yeah, just gonna meet you and they're just gonna say hi, hello, and that's over.
Like surface friends.
Yeah,
right?
service friends, but deep friends that if I call, they'll come out and play with me. Not those kind of friends. No, they don't exist.
Oh, not in Korea.
Not in Korea, but in Korea, in Busan, I got a lot of foreigner friends from China here and there. So I get well along with the multicultural students a
right.
lot. So I don't think that it will be really hard for me to make friends there.
That's good.
I do good with multicultural friends. That's why I'm looking forward to that goal.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you'll have a really easy time making friends.
Yeah.
'Cause I do see like your personality and the way you are. You seem to be able to
Yeah.
branch off to other people and make friends really easily.
Yeah, I do make friends easily, but it's just, if I have someone who I connect with a deeper connection, if I have a friend with a deeper connection, that friend gets like all of my attention. He gets all of the attention.
That's a good friend too. That's
Yeah,
good,
that's a good
like first trait to have as a friend.
Yeah.
To have good friends and to be a good friend. It's good.
For now, if I talk about best friend, I got one in America.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I get well along with Americans too.
Yeah. I mean, clearly.
Yeah, clearly. Clearly. Yeah, so the best friend I got is he lives in America. So basically, all of my friends were virtual. And
virtual friends.
Yeah, virtual friends. So
And that's how you learn how to speak English so well, right?
yeah, because I used to, even if I see a lot of people who wants to come to Korea and they're really worried about their Korean. So the best thing I can say, that the best way you can learn any kind of language is to just go out and speak, just communicate with that person who can speak the language.
Yeah.
No matter how broken it is, just try to speak and listen to him.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're learning pretty quick, right? You listen to
Korean?
him.
Oh yeah. My hearing is a lot better than my speaking.
Yeah. So you can understand what they're
Yeah.
saying, but
Yeah.
if you start to speak, then it will get a lot better, a lot quicker.
That's right.
Koreans are kind of really interested in foreigner culture.
Yeah.
They really want to know about it, and the way they say it might offend you.
Yeah.
But some of them are really not trying to offend you. They're just trying to ask, like,
Yeah, they just.
why are your
wanna know.
eyes so big? Those kind of questions, right?
Yeah.
They're not trying to offend you. Some of them are just trying to know about you.
Yeah.
And Koreans here love to speak English. Like if
do.
a Korean sees that another person can speak English, they will just go all out, like even if it's broken. So it's not really that bad. It's just about high school and those, because of the suicide rates in high school is pretty high here. So after this high school, you go to college, right? And things start to cool down from there. You meet a lot of cool people. So no, not really, because Koreans here don't really get in your business. They mind their own business.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, you won't see any Karens here. Don't worry about that. You won't see a
That's
single
true.
one. Yeah, I mean you will get one, but they won't really talk to you.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean-
every now and then you get like an ajashi who's
Yeah, yeah, Ajashi, Ajuma, who will try to steal your seat in the bus and stuff.
But other than that, they
other
won't
than-
be that
yeah.
aggressive or
Yeah, they don't really care what you're doing, because the law here is pretty strict, and they know that if you are doing something wrong, the law will take care of it. So you don't have to worry about getting judged or getting discriminated in social, like in general. You don't have to worry about that. But if you are going to high school or middle school, or maybe somewhere where you can, where you're supposed to socialize with people. Like I'm supposed to socialize with my classmates, right?
Yeah.
So that's where problems might happen, because then they would get really comfy with you and they might ask you questions that you don't like, and you might feel like they're trying to make fun of you. Sometimes it be like that, but sometimes they're just trying to be friendly.
Sometimes they're just trying to know more and understand more. Right.
Just have to understand that, and just whatever they say, just don't take it too hard.
Yeah,
like
that's
I
right.
do.
And so, why do you want to travel? Why do you want to, I guess, either go to Australia or leave Korea?
Why do I want to do that?
Yeah.
Because, as I said, that I'm really familiar with American culture, which is like, you know, it's basically an English culture. If you can speak English, you'll pretty much understand what the culture is all about. And that's why. And one of the main reasons why is because I really like practicing English, and it was my dream to live in America.
Yeah.
But that I didn't see the way to get to America. There wasn't an easy way, so
Like the opportunity was
the
a lot harder
opportunity, yeah, a lot
compared to
harder.
Australia.
Yeah. So my school just handed me over a scholarship to Australia, and that was the best thing that could happen to me possibly in Korea. I feel like I can live a better life.
Like
in
a more free
Australia,
life.
A more free life.
Yeah, and a life that like fits you more.
Yeah, fits me more. That's
Yeah.
the thing, because I don't really fit in this culture,
Yeah.
even though I am Korean. But I might say I just don't like this culture.
You don't like this culture?
The culture feels really, you know, boxed.
Oh yeah, really restricting.
Yeah, really boxed, and it's like you can't do it a lot.
Yeah, you don't seem to have a lot of freedom.
Like, let's say if you are Korean and you're my friend, right? The culture feels like I must follow what you do. I must mirror you.
Oh really?
Yeah, because if you're going to club, if you're going to soju bar, I should follow you there.
Go to
and
club,
I,
go
yeah,
soju
and
bar.
I should do the same.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
and they don't move on from there. They're just stuck in that place. If you see a new fashion of design of shoe that just came out, you'll see everyone.
Yeah,
wearing
everyone.
it.
That's
Everyone
I've noticed
wearing.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, you see those Adidas shoes
Yeah.
with the white shoes with 3 stripes on the side.
Everyone has
wears
those.
it.
Yeah, that's
Everyone.
right.
And those are like in American dollars, it's about $500 to $600.
Oh yeah. That's right. The Yeezys.
The
right?
Yeezys and
Yeah,
the
the
Yeezys. They just like to get in these branded stuff so
Yeah.
much.
They're really about brand and like,
Yeah, they're really
image.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, are people ever surprised, like, when they first hear you speak Korean? Because obviously you don't look Korean.
Yeah, when I go to stores, convenience stores, or like anywhere
Yeah.
where I'm supposed to speak Korean.
Yeah.
If they hear my Korean, they are pretty surprised, and they always ask me that, "Wow, how can you speak English? How can you speak Korean?"
Yeah.
Even though they only heard like 2 words from me, like "감사합니다," and they just realize that he has a really good accent. He has a really good Korean accent, and they just go all out like, "How can you speak? How can you speak Korean so well?"
Yeah.
Like, I've been living in Korea for a while now.
You don't tell them that, oh, my mom's Korean or something like that.
Yeah, they want. I mean, I get a lot of like, what do you say that? They assume a lot about me. They assume.
They assume a lot.
They assume a lot
Yeah,
about
yeah.
me. Like, mostly I get called Latino,
Oh, interesting. Like,
Russian,
oh,
and what else? Arabian.
Arabian. Yeah.
Yeah, because of my eyes and
Yeah,
color. My color is kind of tan, so
Yeah,
that's
that's
why
right.
they assume that I'm like from outside. But I try to tell them that my mom is Korean. I'm just mixed.
Yeah, like I'm half Korean. Like,
Yeah, I have a Korean background.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was born here.
yeah, that's right.
I mean, there was this one time when me and my dad first came to Gyeongju, and we were trying to buy a house, right? And we went to this one house. It was Ajuma's house, and, and Ajuma was like, "Hey, you're foreigners." My dad also has a Korean nationality, right? So, and we were keep telling her that no, we're not.
Oh, like we're Korean.
Yeah,
too,
we are Koreans.
Yeah, yeah.
I got a Korean. We literally showed her that I got a Korean nationality.
Yeah. And
But
she
she was she doesn't accept. She's like, no, you're a foreigner. I said you're a foreigner, then you're a foreigner. I'm like, okay, we didn't buy the house because of that.
Oh, really?
Like,
Just forget about it.
Yeah, it's just like, even though we really like that house,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she really wanted to buy us that house, just because of that attitude, we're like, I don't think this is gonna fit. She was forcing us to think that you are
Yeah.
not born in Korea, you're a foreigner.
That's,
All I want to say is that Korea is a really nice country if you want
That's
to live
right.
here. It's a really nice country. You are safe here. You don't have to worry about guns, knives, racism, or anything like that.
He's calling us out, Americans.
No, I'm not calling you. Look, I'm one of you guys. I'm on your side. I really like America. So all I'm saying is that if you are coming here, you don't have to worry about all of that, and you can live freely here. But the culture and stuff like that, or making Korean friends, that might be a challenge. But if you are good, I feel like I'm really good at that, but I still doesn't fit in that well. I'm really good at making friends, but with Koreans it doesn't work out. But if you are really a high level in making friends, then Korea is not a problem for you, and it's pretty cheap too.
Yeah, it's very cheap to
Very
live here,
cheep,
right?
yeah. You can get food, all kind of food, in like what, $1?
Yeah. You can get you can eat out all the time. It's very cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap. So it's a really nice country overall. So we are basically trying to prove that we are not calling Korea out. But
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah, it's just my experience as a high school student, and you guys know that high school is like a mess everywhere. It's not just Korea. It's just the fact that I'm just different and living in a different country. So that's just a different case. But if you talk about high schools normally, it's always like that.
Yeah, there's always like little groups, cliques, and things
it's
like
always
that.
like that. So it's just a unique experience about me, and I do look unique because everyone in my school, it's a pretty big school, knows me, even though I don't know them.
Yeah, because you're the one person who's
the
not
only
fully
one
Korean.
person. Because of the looks, they remember me. They know my name and everything. So it's not a big deal. It's really not. If you're mentally strong, don't be afraid of Korea. It's a really nice country. It's one of the best countries you can visit.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
It's one of the best countries you can live in because it's not that dangerous.
Yeah.
Cameras everywhere.
CCTVs everywhere.
And don't even think about coming here and stealing stuff because that's not gonna work.
Yeah, no one steals here.
Yeah, no one steals here. That's really good about this place. But let me tell you that if the law didn't exist,
people would steal.
These are the worst kind that you are living. Worst. Because there are still a lot of people here who do that.
Well, there's people who steal everywhere.
It's like,
laws exist for a reason.
There's a demon inside them, right? and the camera and the law is holding that demon in.
For Koreans?
Yeah, for
Koreans.
Koreans.
Oh my god. I didn't say it. All right.
I'm a Korean.
Korean said it.
Yeah, I'm a Korean. I can say whatever I want to Korean. But I'm saying that these are like only the law and camera is restricting them.
And inside they're wild.
Wild, extremely wild. Their true self come out when they get drunk.
That is true, actually.
Have you seen them drunk?
Yeah, I've been to enough like clubs and things
when they get
to
drunk.
see some crazy Koreans.
Yeah, you'll see all of them are like that, but they're just sober and they know that they got cameras all over them.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is true. If there are no cameras and laws here, then the hell will break loose, even worse than America.
Yeah. I mean, you can apply that to any country. No laws.
Any country.
If there's no law in America, it'd be crazy too.
Yeah, but American law is not that strong as Korea. Right?
Yeah, it's not as strict as Korea.
Because it's a pretty big country. But Korea is a small country, that's why it's easier to control the people here. So that's just all I gotta say. There are always some flaws to good things. There's nothing perfect in this world. But all I gotta say is that if you wanna come to Korea, sure, come over and hang out. Me and Mr. Will is always here to give you company.
Until you go to Australia.
Until I go to Australia, but I lived here for 3 years, and except from the high school part, I enjoyed Korea a lot.
Yeah, sure. So that, everyone, is Lee's experience here in Korea as a mixed Korean and Pakistan student here. Again, he is a high school student. He's in his second year, going to his third year now. I hope you guys enjoyed his experience, and of course, I thank you so much for hopping on here and talking to me and sharing your experience with everyone.
No problem, anytime.
Yeah, and so you guys also can check out his YouTube channel. He has a YouTube as well. I'll make sure to post it down in the link below. Go ahead and share what your YouTube is.
If you come over to my channel, it's wild. It's crazy out there. You'll like it. You can take my $10 if you don't like it.
Yeah,
You can
what's
unsubscribe.
the YouTube channel name?
It's LeeSquad.
Yeah, LeeSquad. So make sure to check him out as well. Again, thank you so much for sharing your experience.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, and
it's my
it's-
pleasure and
so-
an honor.
Yeah.
And an honor. It's an honor.
Okay. And until next time, everyone.
She love me, I got this one,
Peace out.
that one. Damn, it's gonna be a long night. Yeah. You know. I said, damn, it's gonna be a long night.